You might not know the word EMAW, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the UConn Huskies taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UConn's offense takes the field. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
This offense has a second down play. Back to pass, it's McDonald. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll bring it back. It's Lockett. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Kansas State's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Makes the grab outside. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love how the wide receiver just wasn't lazy on this play, because he could have cut that route short, but he knew he had to extend the route to make sure he got that first down and help keep this drive alive.
Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. Dismisses another dude. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff to the fullback. Jukes his way for more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Going for it all. He took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be third down.
Man, that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding, have had a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UConn going back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll go right back to him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
He's brought down at the 28.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. To the ground to try to move the chains. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. After run, now throw. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Now on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it in the middle, it's Bell.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them. Well, they say tight ends are the quarterback's best friend, Pollock, and on that play, he was just wide open. That couldn't have gotten any easier. Just simple pitch and catch.
Yeah, that made it easy because the defense didn't cover him. And that's one of those where you're going up to the guy and you're like, wait a minute, what are we running here? Like, somebody's got to cover the big tight end over the middle of the field. Like, what are you seeing? What am I seeing? The defense has to be aware that the tight end is a weapon, the big body over the middle. Quarterbacks love to hit those guys.
Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks. And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Caught close to the marker, it's Lockett. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. And And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Discards a man. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kansas State 10, UConn 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. It's a draw. Solid gain to get them out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
UConn comes to the line after getting another 1st down. Looking for room, it's Edwards. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
That pass is incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. This is a 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around.
And they will score! Touchdown, Wildcats! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The UConn offense goes back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Bringing it back, it's Lockett. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job of getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Handoff to the lone back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the 1st half. This is a good start.
They've got the screen set up. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. That is no good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17. UConn going back to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Gets it out fast. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Was completed.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Back to throw, it's McDonald. Coming after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And this one splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Arizona is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Tucson for some time. They're up by 15 over Indiana. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's got him this time. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kansas State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. And they got him for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Back to throw, it's McDonald. Fires to the middle. Fires it incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
UConn will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the ground with the back. Spins away from the defense. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Huskies will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Shakes off the defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play.
Afterburners coming. He's at the 40. At the 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That is a jolt of energy for the offense to get out of trouble in field position, and now all kinds of room to work. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Trying to get to him. They're trying to get to him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kansas State, 22. UConn, 3.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UConn going back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. To the air, it's McDonald. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down. Feeling some heat. Got out of trouble and throws.
Defensive coordinators draw up all these blitzes, and then you got a guy like that, and he just can roll, and he can get out of things. He's a magician, just pops out of things, makes plays. He got outside the pocket, incomplete pass, but you know what? I was still holding my breath the whole time.
Shows him the stiff arm. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Hauls it in. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. They'll line up for a second down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Gets away from one. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He's got it, and they convert. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UConn offense goes back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking for room. It's Edwards. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Caught in the backfield. It's Lockett. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Snagged in the middle. It's White. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Wildcats are on the move. Give to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Kansas State. And the route is on to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Kansas State 38, UConn 3.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UConn going back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. UConn will have to punt it away.
Number 17, Hans punted away.
Looking for a block. It's Lockett. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Delivers the contact. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away from the heat. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
This D coordinator, man, he will take sacks any way he can get them. They weren't able to get it right off the bat, but tremendous job pursuing. Nice speed. Everybody keeping their eye on the QB. They're able to force him out of bounds to create that negative play.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. The UConn offense goes back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
A loss of 6 yards on the play. Number 17.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. UConn will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
He's tackled at the 41.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his big tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Johnson wants to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like,
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's got an open man. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. UConn is now threatening in the red zone. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. The give to the single back. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. On the ground, it's Edwards. Bulldozes his way through. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They're getting this guy lathered up.
Ball carried by the runner. Gain of 1.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The big fullback's got it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They'll ride the hot hand. Bulls his way forward. And he showed off that stiff arm for a nice pickup on the play.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
The Wildcats get the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Running back searching for a hole. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kansas State in business in the red zone. The give and tick, 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 tick. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
He worked his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Trying to power it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? UConn going back to work on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
And nope, that'll be a safety. The ball was loose in the end zone. It goes out of the back, and they're probably lucky it wasn't recovered for a touchdown. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Running it back, it's Jackson.
Brings it out to the 32. And your Kansas State Wildcats.
A first down for the offense.
1st and 10.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for space. It's Edwards. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Power football with the run. Running with power. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll go to the ground. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Line getting set on second down. The give to the tailback. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.